Hello everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. I am doing pretty well. Hope you guys are doing well as well. We're gonna get out of here. We just got our PDC from Approach to have controller on right now. We're gonna be flying to Boston in the Airbus A321, or Airbus A320, my apologies. And of course, oh no! I'm not in the right livery. Dang it. How did that happen? Not sure how that happened, but it did. One thing I do need to start up is my stream overlay. Just popping this stream up so things aren't going to be as smooth out of the gate as they might have been in the past.
Fuel truck is in position.
Here. All right, we're gonna get this all set up here. All right, that's set up. And now I need to get these pushed over. That started and close that out. Now I've got to restart that. Where's that? There it is. There we go. Alrighty. So we do have air traffic control online, like I mentioned. So we're gonna go ahead and start getting this thing ready to go because we are up against the clock today. So we're flying from Dulles to Boston. And flight number tonight is going to be Axiom 302. And I'm not even flying in the livery, and I feel absolutely awful about that. I don't know how that... I have it default to my livery, so I'm not sure how that happened, but somehow it happened. So it is what it is. All right, so cost index is 60. That's pretty high. But hey, if they want to do that, that's fine.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
All right. How about that right there? Then going to go ahead and request boarding. They'll automatically do it once I'm done with refueling. Line on reference. Come on now. There we go. All right, so line of reference is complete. Diff, so we're going to the F, which is here. Departure. Let me check what he gave me. It should be the same. All right, so we are cleared to Boston via the Jacoby Ford departure swan transition. Let me pick up the ATIS while we're actually here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. All right, so ATIS is going to be on 134.85. This pulled in here.
Washington Dulles International Airport ATIS information Alpha 2252 Zulu Special. Wind 140 at 7. Visibility 10. Ceiling 8,000 broken. Temperature 17. 2.7. Altimeter 3009er.
3009er.
Arrivals expect ILS or visual runway 19er center. Runway 19er right. Departing runway 30. Runway 19er left. Simultaneous approaches are being conducted to power runways.
All right, so we're looking at, I'm going to say 19er left. Right? 19er left. I believe it was 19er left. And we're going to go for the Jacob 4 departure and swan transition. Oops. Do that. Clear that out. All right, so after that, my flight plan here. Direct Bros. Now, before anybody says anything, yes, last time I streamed this exact same route, and I didn't realize that until after I had already selected the flight and everything. So please, I apologize in advance for that. All right, so airways are going to be Quebec 419. 14 to JFK. Actually, while I'm here, get some things rolling here.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Just dropping this in a couple different. All right. There we go. All right, so Quebec 419 JFK, we're going to go ahead and insert that. And then our arrival into Boston is going to be via the Roebuck 3 arrival, ILS 4 right. Spicy Dragon Noodles, what a name. Welcome aboard. How's it going, man? All right, so ILS 4 right, Roebuck 3 arrival, JFK. Insert that. And then we'll check for any discontinuities that aren't with the manuals. And that looks correct, so we're good to go on that. Go back to the edit page, go second page here. Oops, second page, there we go. And we're gonna check out, so they're floating, that's awesome, love it. All right, so your fuel weight's 128.2. Wrong button. Oh, well, how you doing, Peter? You love your man. Your names they're something else. I'll get top score to your names for sure. For sure. All right. Now I can't remember. It was 128.2, right? That's what it was. 128.2. It really should be 128.3. Round up. Not allowed. Oh, because I didn't put the. Wrong buttons, people. Wrong buttons. 32.3. I'm the best in names. It's just my natural superpower. There you go. I don't have any superpowers. No superpowers in board for myself. All right, block fuel is 12.4. What's going on, TKC? How you doing? Good morning from the UK. It is morning there. Like, is it? MCM, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. It was 12.8, right? That's what it was. Let me know if the music's too loud or if it needs to be brought up or something. What I hear is not exactly what you guys hear, so please let me know. 12.4. Oh, it's 12.4, not 12.8. Whoops, my bad. All right, next week performance. I gotta run that calculation. Let me do that real fast. 1:55 a.m. over here. Okay. My gross weight today. Gross weight on takeoffs 144.3, so 144,300 pounds. CG 3, and we're going to be taking off from Dulles. And it's, how many meters is that? I want to say it's like, hold on, I'll know here in just a second. 55, so almost 1 o'clock for you guys, for you. Man, y'all need to go to sleep or something. The FC, what is the manual doing in my flight plan? I never had that in Europe before. So that's basically, think of it like radar vectors. So the ATC is going to radar vector you. So you're going to take off, fly a certain direction, then they'll radar vector you to the waypoint. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. So 35. Oops, wrong. Let's just go here. Breeze. Oh, come on. 44, 300. Delete them right. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can just delete them right out for sure. I usually just vector myself, but you can absolutely delete them out. You don't need them. The latest ATIS here. Got 140 at 7. It's 30.09. Temperature. Okay. Did I lose? No, I'm still connected. Why did it say I lost connection? Doesn't make any sense. That's not real. I did update to the latest world update, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Hopefully I don't have any problems with that, but who knows. Wind is 140 at 7. Alright, so we're going to be 132 on the V1. Now, so this is connected again. Okay, that's great. 133 VR, 148 on that. And flaps going to be 1. Flex temp 42. Transition altitude 18,000 feet. Alright, that's good. It's Microsoft less similar bug with a connection happened to Bravo and me. Okay. Flight sim for a while, but only been doing realistic flights for a few months. Well, I'm glad you decided you want to jump into the realism. I enjoy it. I'm a real pilot, not a airline pilot. I just have private pilot's license right now. But so I enjoy realism for sure. Might expect. All right, overhead. Come on, there we go. Still learning apparently. As stuff can be new for some systems, I never find the barrel. I can never find the barrel for my approach. So there's a couple different sources you can get that from. I use a thing called DATIS. You can, I think it's DATIS.cloud or something like that, but DATIS does it. You can also pull up real world like ATIS, or if you're in VATSIM, of course, you can pull up ATIS as well. I do want to keep this up in that for now. All right, waiting for them to finish up there. I've gotten that. Okay, McDo's done. Overhead flow's done. I do want to go ahead and put in my squawk code, which is 3661. 3661. And I'm going to go ahead and squawk that. And what I do need to do, though, I need to start the flight so I don't forget. Very nice. PPL, very nice. My local flight school wants 250 pounds an hour, which is about 300. Yeah, I paid for renting the aircraft is 160 an hour, and then I paid $50 an hour for instruction, so it's about 210. So, all right, seatbelts come on. Yeah, so I paid about $210 US dollars.
Notices to air mission. Respect all runway assignments and all hold short instructions.
.1, that's correct. All right, everybody's loaded on board. All right, so we're going to go overhead, start this. Beacon's coming on. All right, so I did clean up my rudder panels today. See pictures of that. Planning to going to Transylvania Academy after high school, but yeah, it's quite hard. Not really a physics and math guy. Yeah, there's a lot of math and physics are definitely involved. So, yeah, definitely are involved. So you should at least practice. Practice will do a lot for you. Alright, make sure I don't have to message kind of about it. Potomac approach on 126.1 with location on the airport assigned SID and current ATIS when ready to push. Or if you have questions, pure guidance clearance. Alright, so we're going to push. I wanted to go nose left, tail right. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Alright. most of the study is flying and doing practical stuff, right? Yes. So obviously, there's a lot you have to do in the flying, and you have to know how to fly. That's kind of important. But there is a lot of actual studying you're going to need to do with, theory and everything else. So don't negate that. A lot of people negate that and focus way too much on the actual flying, and they end up failing their check ride because of it. So definitely don't negate that. All right. Number 2 starting. Chrono beginning. How long have you had your PPL for? It's been just over 2 years now. 2 years and like 3 months. And it's a lot longer than I thought I would have it before I got my instrument. I thought I'd get my instrument the first year I had my PPL. I was wrong. And there's a lot of reasons why that was the case, but it's fine. $110. How hard is the math physics stuff for flight school tests? Well, you get to use your EFB and stuff, so I mean, or E6B, sorry. So really, it's not that hard. I mean, I'd say maybe 4 or 5.
Potomac approach. Helicopter 135 Hotel X-ray, about 4 miles from the Dulles East control point on Route 7. Looking for a full stop at Dulles at signature.
135 Hotel X-ray, Potomac.
Good engine start.
Evening, landing will be at your own risk. Report landing assured.
And can we proceed direct to the ramp, Helicopter 5 Hotel X-ray?
ASAP.
All right, number 1 starting.
5 Hotel X-ray. We will proceed direct signature. Report landing assured. Could we have the winds at Dulles?
170 at 7.
170 at 7. Thank you.
2 to 4 flights tomorrow. Awesome. Yep. I mean, obviously, more flights the better, but don't stress it. I don't want people burning out for sure. Check what we got. I think that's different. That's fine. And I forgot delivery, guys. I know. How could I, the CEO, forget delivery? I did. It's supposed to be by default. It's supposed to be on there, but for some reason I loaded it up and it wasn't. So probably the update probably did it. That's what I'm blaming it on, at least. All right, have a good trip. All right, so flaps going 1. Oops, I just took it off the page I wanted it on. Oh, that's the flight controls. There it is. All right, so full down, full up, left, right, rudder left, rudder right. Full deflection all around. Looks good to me. All right, let's go overhead. And taxi lights coming on. Wing lights go and come on as well. Not the fly. I burn my. I know. All right, let's call up and get our taxi clearance here. Doing a checkout so I can look at this. We're at it's like Delta. Potomac approach, Axiom 302 at Dulles, looking for taxi to the active, and we've got information Alpha on board.
Axiom 302, Potomac, hello, runway 30, taxi via Zulu, Yankee 11.
30 via Zulu, Yankee 11, Axiom 302. All right, so change of runway, that's always a fun time. So let's change that. Departure 30. Go before still the same, and Swan is still the same. Then we're gonna check the flight plan, make sure that changed over. I know. We'll check the checkoff data here in a second. Kobe 4. That looks correct. All right, so now we'll go performance and we'll recheck numbers. Always a fun time. Right. 2 and what's the runway length on this guy? 32. Heading is 301. Elevation here's 88. 30.09. Temperature. Winds. That's 9. Calculating. All right, so a slight change. 131. 132. 148. Flux temp has dropped to 36. Everything else is correct. Alrighty. I will say Navigraph is 9, but you don't have to get that for sure. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and disconnect that. Our engine's revved up here. We're going to have to make a 360 here, which is lovely. There we go. Alright, so we're going up to Zulu and then Yankee 11, right? That's what he gave us. Yeah, that's what he gave us. Yeah, that's what it was. So that's his first actual included taxiway. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with ChartFox. I use a combination of either Navigraph or SkyVector, depending on what I'm doing. Here, the auto ortho for X-Plane, it seems streams like I have not heard of that. This is news to me, TKC. Please tell me more. I am intrigued. Zulu, it's gonna come right down there. Okay.
And helicopter 5 Hotel X-ray, not the most graceful landing, but we're landing a third.
Auto ortho looks insane. It's a new plugin. I have to look it up. Closer to X-Plane 12 is yeah, but you know who flies VFR? Hey, now I fly VFR sometimes. Never on stream, but I should stream some VFR flights, you know, since I am actual VFR pilot. I mean, that kind of would make sense, right? I'll link a video on Discord of someone using it so you can see before you try. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want to just buy something. I definitely want to see it. Yeah, so I still hold true that X-Plane does have a better feel to it. But I will say add-on aircraft are making huge strides to correct that because they're, you know, adjusting everything to make it feel right. But yeah, the looks of 2020 just they definitely surpass X-Plane for sure. All right, it's going auto. Going takeoff. Right. And Potomac approach. Axiom 302, ready to go. 30.
Axiom 302 on departure sliding 320. Wind 170 at 7, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
All right, fly heading 320 on departure. Runway 30, clear for takeoff. Axiom 302. So 30 on the ground, 30 in the cockpit, 320 locked in heading. Here we go. Am I not getting climb or take max? I'm not getting flex. So I'm doing toga apparently. All right. There's 10 degrees, holding 10 degrees. Gears coming up, increasing. I could not find that flex detent. There's thrust climb. Autopilot engaged. Why is it not? Thank you. Take heading, please.
Axiom 302, Plymouth departure, ready to contact, proceed rigging, maintain 1010,000.
Direct rigging, maintain 10,000, Axiom 302. So we're gonna set this to 10,000. Box flaps and slats coming up. Flaps and slats are up. Ground spoilers disarmed. Alright, everything looks in the green. Juicy takeoff. I tried to. Center line. Oh, man. Ana Clara, how you doing? You're doing well. All the exit enviro for X-Plane 12 looks insane also. I have not seen anything about that, so... How long did it take for you to get your PPL? 6 months. About 6 months.
302, contact Washington 13372, bye-bye.
133.7, Axiom 302. Thanks, bye.
13372, 72.
72, got it, Axiom 302.
Airlines 9047, Washington Center, hello, the Philadelphia...
I'll tell you how in a second. Washington Center, Axiom 302, 10,000 direct riggins.
Axiom 302, Washington Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 310.
Up to 310, Axiom 302. Alright, passing 10,000, so landing lights, turn off lights, nose wheel lights, and wing lights coming off. And we can let the flight attendants know they can start moving about the cabin. And that Wi-Fi is now available. Alright, so how did I do it? So I did all my ground school online, got my medical, did all of that before even stepping foot into the flight school to take a lesson. So I recommend doing it that way. You're going to save a ton of money doing it that way. To date, I'm still one of the, if not the cheapest students they've ever had.
Charlie Whiskey, Rudder contact 42 miles northeast of Raleigh Airport. Hello. Good evening.
All right, everything's looking good.
And malicious 1, turn right, heading 060.
Malicious 1, what an interesting call sign.
DC Center, citation 2, Roman Foxtrot, 410.
I do plan to get my commercial. It's just I got to get 250 hours, so it's, I'm focusing on my instrument rating right now. Hopefully I'll have that sometime this summer. And then I'll start just building hours for the commercial.
Who's the other guys checking in?
Currently we're flotation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, 410, just came across the gears, swingers night.
It's alright. November 2 Romeo Fox, VATSIM Center, hello, reset transponder 0511.
0511, citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot.
Do you have your night rating as well? So in the United States, we don't have a separation. I know you guys do over in Europe. Here in the United States, once you get your PPL, you can fly in day or night, because you train also at night during your just standard PPL. So when you get your private pilot certificate, you can fly in day or night. That's how it is here in the United States, which is nice.
November 2 Romeo Foxtrot, radar contact 9 miles south of the Richmond Airport.
Don't forget, guys, if you're here in the United States, you want to come join me at Flight Sim Expo. It's going to be a freaking awesome time. You could do so. It's going to be June 23rd to 25th. Use code Micah, it's lower left-hand corner of your screen, MICAH, and you get 10% off your registrations. Be sure to head on over to Flight Sim Expo and get that registration set up to be in person. It's going to be a great time. I'll be there. You can meet me there and all kinds of stuff, and a lot of other people. So definitely wanted to come check it out if you can. Do you prefer flying in day versus night? In real life or in the sim?
Report back.
I make sure you bring people from Mexico to the airline. I'll try. I'll try. In real life, I like to fly at night because usually the winds are calmer. There's not as much traffic. You can see farther. You can like see other aircraft further out. I enjoy night flying a lot. Spawning Salmon, how's it going? Welcome. How you doing? Great to have everybody with me tonight. It's a nice, quick, relaxing flight over to Boston. If you guys are interested, I am running a virtual airline right now. TKC's in the airline. Spicy Dragon Noodles is in the airline. You guys are more than welcome to join. The links in the description down below. Or I think you can just hit exclamation VA and it'll actually pop up as well. Drew Stone 77, member of the Flight Club, is in the house. What's going on, Drew Stone? How you doing? Nice to have you on board.
I'm an idiot. Romeo Foxtrot. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Hey, look, we all have our days.
It's not mine.
Oh man, we do all have our days. That is for sure. That is for sure. Good news, guys. I was able to finish stripping off the primer today off my plane. That means all of the stripping is basically 99% complete. Maybe touch-ups here and there, but really it's basically done. So next thing on the list is a nice, thick, long, juicy degreaser bath for my aircraft. I'm not sure where I was going with that. Then I'll do an acid wash, and then I'll start priming and painting. So really excited. It's the world's best startup VA. So join. I need a new route, guys. So join. That's one way to look at it. already. Wonder how long we'll be in cruise. It won't be long. How long? Longer than I thought. What's your graphics settings preset on Microsoft? It is not preset. It is customized based on a video I watched, and it really did help with response time, the way everything looks. It makes it more realistic, and then the frames are pretty darn good too as well. So plus you get a free Crunchwrap Supreme coupon if you join. Oh gosh, don't be selling stuff, man. I can't back that up. You do get to talk to Crunchwrap Supreme, aka Spice Dragon Noodles. Are you using the standard or experimental version? I am using the experimental version. Yeah, I'm using the experimental because I like having the top of climb and top of descent marked out and all the other features that come with it. But definitely using experimental in that. Better deal if you join. You can go on a free deal with Marco. I don't know if Marco would agree with that. Marco is one of their other pilots in the VA, so.
Man, you flying on places that I ain't seen
Pretty.
in a while. Okay, let's look at this. Fly 36. It's pretty decent. Clear to Baltimore via radar vector Star River.
737 is waiting for me, and Nashville ready for tomorrow. Well, 10 hours from now. It is waiting for you, sir. It wants you to fly it all over the place tomorrow. All over the place tomorrow.
It's another day. I'm doing great. But read back correct. And actually, I'll get you out similar on the runway here in a second.
Washington Center, United 478 is with you, currently passing through.
Don't say with you, people, please.
Fly 36 is back from runway 17.
Don't say with you.
No, right?
Is there?
United 478, Washington Center, hello, reset transponder.
I don't see a Boston online. Boston's not online. That's sad.
3776 for United 478, thank you.
Wonder if I'm just gonna get handed off to nobody. I'm gonna fly it last night, 5 hours ago, but had a driver error when studying. Oh no! Did you get fixed?
Wings not coming to descend via the Corey 4 arrival to Philadelphia.
This guy really makes the game feel a bit more fun with its economy thingy and scheduling. Yes, 100%. So there is a thing called free flights where you can fly anywhere you want. The downside to that is you don't get not much revenues generated, fees are higher, stuff like that. And I also don't like the idea of just being able to fly willy-nilly wherever you want. That drops the realism of being in an airline, right? So we're not fully realistic, obviously. We don't do check rides and all that kind of crap, but I want to be semi-realistic, so scheduling is way we go.
United 478, your radar contact 60 miles west of the Martinsburg VOR, descend via the Gibbs 4 arrival.
Exactly, Spicy Dragonos kills the immersion. A lot of people on the forums been saying they've been receiving the same issue from the latest NVIDIA driver. Interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna go to Philly, and then Philly's gonna take you to New York.
Interesting.
You'll have a great time with all that.
See, I generally lag behind in my updates.
Sound like that, but okay, thanks.
With my graphics drivers, because that's exactly what I want to avoid. Exactly what I want to avoid.
An American Pass 62 Washington Center, reset your responder 0563.
Alright, we're at a cruising altitude, 31,000 feet. Seatbelt signs coming off.
American 72, Washington Center, hello.
We're about 140, 160 miles from top of descent, so a lot of people fly on Volantra, actually. Yeah, a lot of people do. It's a great source for like streamers, for example. This up here, the bar, it's really easy to use and set up, so a lot of people use it for that. Alright, let's pull up the Boston.
Go ahead, sir.
The Boston altimeter. The 3026 Boston altimeter. I can't do accents, guys. Alright, 8 degrees. Ooh, temperature's 8, dew point's 5, which means potential fog, low visibility to roll in as time continues, so something to keep an eye on. 110 at 9er is the winds. Transition altitude is always 18,000 feet here in the United States. Alright, and let's see. Nice keep track of. Yeah, so it's a good tracker as well. Alright, so we're going to expect ILS 4 right. So we're going to check out. Let's brief the approach. Let's do it the right way, guys. Let's do it the right way. Alrighty. We're not going to worry about all the ETC stuff. 110.3 auto-tuned. Approach course will be 035. The glide slope intercept point, or the final approach fix, will be 1,700 feet at Milt. The decision altitude for us will be 218. Airport elevation is 19 degrees. Missed approach will climb 3,000 on the Boston VOR radial 030 outbound. Waxen interception, which is 14 DME from Boston, and hold there. We've got all the required equipment because we're flying the Airbus, and it does well on that. So let's figure out. Naboo's probably the first waypoint that we're going to be heading to. Would be my guess. Yeah, Naboo's the first. That's going to be 3,000. I'm going to go ahead and flip this down to 3,000. For my descent here. And then 218 is what I'm looking for here.
I'm sorry, who was that checking in?
218 on the barrow. Sit there and back out. Pretty much ready to go now.
JetBlue 401 Washington Center, hello. Reset transponder 527.
Boston Center? You mean Washington Center? There's Boston approach online though. I think he meant to say Washington Center. I think he said Boston. So in VATSIM, sometimes you have people that work different positions. Find someone on the lounge doing a flight from UK to Hong Kong. How is going to survive that? He's probably sleeping. A lot of people do those where they just, you know, they'll set the flight and kind of forget it, and then they'll wake up in the morning and finish it out. They won't actually sit in the cockpit the whole time.
Axiom 302.
Go ahead for Axiom 302.
You leave my airspace, free change sub out to peripheral radar service terminated. You have a nice flight, sir.
All right, over to advisory 122.18. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too, sir.
I'm going to flip over to Boston approach though. Let's see. Yep, Boston approach is 133.0. So we'll just switch over to Boston here until we get. And we'll call when we get closer. But we're in no controlled airspace at this point. So, or pilot controlled, because we don't have center online here. So, means I get to determine when we descend, which is awesome. The longest flight is 16 hours in VATSIM. It's an interesting experience. Good grief, man. Don't see the fun of that, yeah. Do you plan on actually being a US-based airline with long flights to the rest of the world? And an odd short-haul flight, not in the U.S. or if Southwest was global. Let's sit in the room and look at scenery and eat a cup of noodle soup. Long-haul shared cockpit is fire. Interesting, yeah. So my kind of long-term plan, I would love to see it expand, become a global. Obviously, it'll be a primarily U.S.-based airline, right? But I want to see us expand into Europe and then, see where it goes from there. I'd love to have a hub in Europe so we can have, both U.S. and Europe, European, flights. So I do want to expand that way. It's just, you guys know Spicy Dragon Noodles, TKC. It's a budget thing, so I just got to make sure we got the funds in the bank to do it. May I be the boss of the hub in Europe? I speak a lot of languages. It depends, man. I haven't really even thought about a structure of do I want other people running stuff? Can I even have other people running stuff? I don't even know if people have if I have the option to give people powers in the VA, if you know what I'm saying. So a long haul flight from the main USA hub to the European hub, then connecting flights to the European. Yep, exactly. That's kind of it. The hub and spoke method, right? So you would have it'd probably be from Boston. So fly from Boston to somewhere over on the west coast of Europe, whether it be in the UK or France or something like that, and then from there, kind of goes out to the rest of the rest of the Europe area. Ich haben durch Abskid Schedule. Something about Dutch operation schedules. I don't know. I don't speak the language. That's the little zipper. Top outside. I love how they see the lighting from underneath. That's just so good. That's so good. From the cities. Heathrow has the most destinations in the world and the biggest airport in Europe, but landing fees are crazy, so will that be affected in New Sky? Yes, it will, actually. Yep. I don't know if it's 1-to-1, but I do know that the larger the airport, the more costly it is. You can get people in New Sky a very specific bridge, but if you would make a hub in Amsterdam, I would like to keep my eye on it. Haha. You Americans have to say Guten Abend instead of a good evening to the tower. Yeah, maybe. I know a little bit of German. Guten Abend, which is good evening, I believe, and Guten Nacht, which is good night. Guten Morgen, which is good morning. That's the reason why London has 6 airports. Ah, that makes sense now. Makes sense. Lower the cost of those landing fees. One of the benefits here in the United States is landing fees are kind of like a foreign thing, which is awesome. I hope it stays that way. So, if I go and take off from one airport and I can just fly to another airport, don't have to talk to ATC if I don't want to, if I'm VFR, and as long as the airport's not a controlled airport, and I'm not going to get charged for landing. I will get charged if I obviously fuel or if I park or but just landing, I don't get charged for that. There are some states that allow it and some airports that do it, but it's very rare. I know a bit of German and French, but Dutch and English are my best languages.
President heading.
Oh, good for you, man. I I know English and very little, very, very little German, and then I know an okay amount of Spanish. I can't really speak it, like I don't like recall it, but if I can look at something, I can kind of read it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know all the words, of course, but I can like understand what a phrase is trying to say. We can all agree that New Sky, even in its early stages, is the best VA client. I definitely think it is, and even though like FS Airlines has a more robust economy system, I think the interface of New Sky is just superb, and the rating system is better. Phillips Sobel, are you using experimental version? I sure am, sir. I understand Afrikaans perfectly, and a bit of Latvian and English, obviously. Awesome. With English being the worldwide accepted by the International Aviation Organization, ICAO, as the the aviation language, it is very important if you do plan to fly to understand and be able to speak and read English fluently. Imagine flying the stable version. You know, you got a point. You got a point. Got a point. I was flying the developmental version for a little bit, but I missed having the top of climb, top of descent, and I went back to experimental. Afrikaans is the dialect of Dutch. Interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? That's like where Dutch colonists went to Africa, I think, or something like that. You fly a developmental version? Yeah, I just missed having the top of climb, top of descent, and so I went back to experimental. Colonial stuff, yep. Yep. I've been to those before, and on the radio I can make out words. I can make out words.
3000 and
so I have been to Amsterdam. It was only for about, I want to say it was 8 hours. We had like a 12-hour layover in Amsterdam. So we left the airport and just went and like ate some different restaurants, walked around downtown Amsterdam, and then went back into the airport and flew out. All right, we're about to start top descent here in 40 nautical miles. I do wish the sky looked better. Like, it looks fake. I know that seems like a weird request, but it would be nice if, like, it didn't look like it was just a picture. I'm not sure how you do that, but, you know.
Further down far right, prime air 4211. We don't got the lights yet.
Uh-oh. What's the weather? What is the weather like in Boston? Ooh, 1100. So it is instrument conditions. Let's see. Broken. Ooh, broken 1100. Yes. Broken 75. Overcast 22. Information Alpha. 3026. That's what I got there. What do I have in my... Yep, that's what I got. Perfect. Only thing you can find in Ipsen is pot cracked up English tourists. Ahem is better. They give out free. Oh gosh. I'll be honest, I've been a little underwhelmed by the graphical performance on Microsoft. My DCS looks infinitely better. You know, I don't play DCS, so I really don't know. I think 2020 looks really good at about between the flight levels of 3,000 to about now. I think the 3,000 up, it looks good. Just don't look at the sky, like the top. Like, don't look at the stars. I don't think that looks accurate. But the ground from up here looks pretty darn good. Cities look good, all that kind of stuff. So those are why people from the UK go to Amsterdam to fly. Try to stuff that's illegal in UK. I go to sky, it looks like a stock PNG. Exactly, it looks like a PNG image. It's kind of unfortunate. We're gonna set this down to 20. ND, come online. Roosters in. Ball is stoned coming home. Oh man, I'm sure. Certainly have a point. We have in clothing stores, restaurants, and in bars. Yeah, I remember walking in downtown and just seeing, you know, pot plants everywhere, and I was like, that's just crazy. Star positions are accurate. Oh, I believe they're accurate. I just think it looks like an image, you know what I'm saying? Say that the light pollution is not implemented. Yeah. All right. Stand by. About to start descent here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we have just began our initial descent into the Boston area. I ask you to return to your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and finish up any business you have with any large laptop devices. Thanks again for flying Axiom Airlines. We'll be on the ground here in about 20 minutes. You think any sim within 5 years will come out and compete with Microsoft and just similar, if not better? Imagine a Google flight simulator. I think X-Plane could catch up, but I just don't know, man.
Thank you for the great service. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Just don't know.
Thank you very much.
When Peter does his announcements, we have started descent. Please stow your luggage and Xbox Series X. Enjoy the view. Yeah, within 5 years, I'm sure X-Plane 13 will be announced or released. Honestly, you're probably not wrong. Probably not wrong. Reshape 12. No, I wouldn't say that. Like, I know a lot of people have made fun of 12, but honestly, 12 is way better than 11. It's not just a reshade. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that, yeah, it is way better than 11. I don't know if you guys have gone back and played 11 and then done 12. Like, 12 is significantly better in a lot of different ways. Not saying it's, you know, as beautiful as Microsoft for the simulator. I'm not saying that at all. Just saying I disagree 100% that 11 and 12 are basically the same. I disagree. I definitely agree 12 has way too many puddles and it rains way too much. And performance is worse than 2020. Yes, I agree with that. Yep. I mean, 12 is better than 11. It is. Now, performance of 11 still beats 12, but that's because 11 is not as detailed. So it's not going to have as much to work on. And 12 is just very poorly optimized. It reminds me of when 2020 was released. If you guys recall that at all, 2020 was awful on release. It took about a year for it to become really playable at 60 frames. Like, yeah. Even now, I don't actually get true 60 frames. It usually averages 40 to 50. Alright, Spicy Dragon News. Thanks, Peter, for stopping by. Have a great one, and see you tomorrow on Discord and up in the sky. I wonder when Boss Approach is going to pick me up. Don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon. And select all, so you'll see all of the notifications when they come, not just the ones YouTube decides to send out when they decide to feel like doing it, when they like the person that they're sending them out for. So, hit the all on the bell notification icon. And don't forget, those in the United States, come join me at Flight Sim Expo. Use the code Micah, lower left-hand corner, for 10% off your registration. Save you some money. Alright, sending again. Robic 3 arrival in the Boston.
Runway 9, clear for takeoff, Southwest 3253.
I think airplane needs more bushy trees. Still looks like kind of 3D art between 2D. Yeah, I agree. It does definitely look. You know, they tried to. So what they did is they tried to make every tree have like individual leaves and stuff, and like you can't do that and expect good performance. You've got to. You can't. Even 2020 doesn't do that. Like you can't do that. Make it more like the clouds. Make it volumetric instead. It's 0150 local. I have to sleep. Good night, sir. Well, good night, Philip. Thank you for stopping by. I very much appreciate it. Have a good night and rest easy. See ya next time up in the sky, sir. clouds doesn't blend with the rest of the sim. Exactly. The clouds, like, so X-Plane 12 clouds actually look pretty darn good now. Way better than what they started as, for sure. And it just, yeah, they don't quite work with, like, the rest. Yeah, I agree. Oh, there's the contact me I was expecting. Boston approach, Axiom 302, just heading on Roboc 3, arrival 21.5.
Axiom 302, Boston approach, good evening. Boston altimeter 3026, expect the ILS 4 right.
Alright, we'll expect the ILS 4 right in 3026, and we've got information alpha on board as well. Axiom 302.
Thank you. Southwest 3253, radar contact, say altitude.
1400, climbing 5000 for Southwest 3253.
Southwest 3253, thank you. Climb and maintain 14,000.
Climb and maintain 14,000, Southwest 3253.
I tried ortho for X-Plane 12. So I had it for 11. I think I want to say I did. I've also installed some for 12 recently, like a month ago. I installed some for 12 around Nashville, Orlando, Atlanta. Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely used ortho back in 11. I mean, I had terabytes. I had gigabytes and gigabytes of ortho in 11. But I haven't really done that for 12.
Axiom 302, cross Goshi at 6,000 at Goshi, cleared ILS full right approach.
Cross Goshi at 6,000 at Goshi, cleared ILS for right approach, Axiom 302. B states.
302, proceed direct Goshi.
Direct Goshi, Axiom 302. Thanks for the shortcut. Where is
Southwest 3253, proceed
Goshi?
direct path.
Proceed direct path, Southwest 3253.
There's direct Goshi. We just decided to skip a whole bunch of stuff. V states is awesome. I used it. Very helpful, so you're not having to download a bunch of individual stuff, right? All right, so we're gonna get rid of the standard 3026 is gonna be set in the right there. Standard here, 3026 on the standby. All right, passing 18,000 feet. Landing systems coming online. Auto brakes sit low. The thing with orthos, it doesn't look the best at low altitudes, but at cruise you could argue it's sharper, more clear than 2020. Yes, you could make that argument for sure. I definitely agree that at low altitudes doesn't look the best, unless, I mean, you can make it look good if you take it all the way down to whether it's level 9 or whatever, and it does look really darn good. The only thing you got to make sure is that you have overlays so that you have, you know, grass and stuff growing on top of it. Doesn't look like it's just flat. That's the crucial part. Like, I would even argue at this point it's better to do ortho around the airport and not the airport itself in the X-Plane 12, because X-Plane 12's ground textures at the actual airport is actually superior than 2020. Like, hands down, it looks better. And the airport's more accurate. So I actually think X-Plane 12 has it up right there on the airport itself. You go outside the airport, though, it looks awful. So do ortho outside of the airports. That would be my recommendation. Right, 30 miles to Goshi. Probably go see 6,000, 210. Here I've been cleared for the ILS runway 4 right at Goshi, so.
Southwest 3253.
I don't know if it looks like myself in the center of ortho and feels more clear at airports.
Frequency change approved.
Yeah,
Southwest
you
3253.
piqued my interest, man.
Good night, too.
Definitely piqued my interest. I will check it out. I know you sent it already in Discord. I'll have to watch it. The winds were don't see the winds on this one. Oh, there it is, 1309er. Okay, I was like, what? Go at 9er. 9er knots. %. I'm not entirely sure how to use this thing. It's fine. We'll just do low. Oh, it's dark. It's about 15 gigabytes for Europe to get that base textures. Then you stream the higher quality textures depending on your Wi-Fi speed onto it. Awesome. Well, I have gig connection download, so usually I'm able to stream basically whatever I need to. I haven't had any problems with 2020 with the streaming, so it is. Got dark. Jeez. Pretty dark out there. Alright, about to pass 10,000. 10,000 means a couple things. Get the cruise seat belts on. Landing lights coming on. Wing lights coming on. Nose going taxi. Flight attendants prepare the cabin for arrival. Well, I need to fix anti-analyzing the trees and the performance. Performance is a big thing for me. It needs to be smooth. Needs to be smooth. That's why I didn't play 2020 for a while. I waited like 18 months before I jumped back in 2020. After initially buying it out of the gate. I just couldn't play it. It was unplayable for me. But now it's very playable, so more playable than 12, so a lot of what I end up choosing is really based upon that performance that I get. Alright, so we've already been clear for the approach at Goshi, which we're about to be at. It's 1700 for the Intercept. I am actually running DX12. I know a lot of people are like, I don't really get anything out of it right now with the NVIDIA drivers and yada yada and whatever. Well, they updated it like 3 months ago, I think NVIDIA did, and actually you do get something out of it now. But I haven't had any issues with 12, so I'm just leaving it DX12. Working for me. Alright, so we have a pretty fast approach here, so once the patch goes sheep, I'm going to go sterile cockpit and just focus on landing, because it's going to be about a total of 50 miles. Oh, anti-ice detected. Let me get that on. Starting at 6,800. Yep. Boss approach Axiom 302.
Go ahead.
I just letting you know that about 6,500 over Goshi getting a light moderate icing.
Axiom 302, thank you for the pirate.
Alright, here we go. That matches. Yeah, I'm running DLSS. I believe I am. I'd have to double check. I'm pretty sure I am.
Axiom 302, wind 1307, runway 48, clear land.
4 right, clear land, Axiom 302. Localizer captured. Going arm approach mode. Glide slope captured. Actually not captured, so this is an interesting thing out here. Glide slope, it's a predicted glide slope. It's not an actual glide slope, but anyway, that's a whole different... Yeah, we won't get into that for now. We'll be at... Still in icing conditions, so keep the anti-ice on. Alright, go around with 2 set, 3,000. Pause the music. We haven't cleared land, so we're going to go ahead and go back to full EO. Alright, at Naboo, we'll drop flaps 2 and gear down. Well, no, I'll just go to flaps 2. Gear down won't come down till the actual intercept at Billet or whatever it is. Alright, there's Naboo, over 3,000. that's going to. To land. .32 descending for 17.
2,500.
It's actually a reason why Boston has bad weather. We'll talk about that when we hit the ground. We land gently on the ground, I should say. All right, I'm gonna focus here. Focus, focus. Manage speed. Keep it down, 7.5 to go. Flaps at 3. Gear down, flaps set full, seatbelts on, cabins ready, spoilers armed. Flight slope captured. Missed, approach altitude set. Runways in sight. Got the aircraft.
Five hundred. 400. 300. 100 above. 200. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Oof. Late flare. Late flare, that's all right. Y'all survived. It's coming all off. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. Unless perfect, I try. Alright. Slats. Flaps. And landing lights coming off.
Axiom 302, welcome to Boston. Taxi straight ahead. Cross 22 right, join November.
Alright, taxi straight ahead, cross 22 right, join November to the ramp, Axiom 302. Alright, so go and get the APU started. Go to taxi. This can go off. PAR can go to standby. ND can come off. This is where I'm at right here. Alright, I see where I'm at now. Yep, alright. Alright, so why is the weather in Boston? What's going on, Bravo Charlie? You're a little late, but yeah, you're here. Flying back. I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But why is the weather always bad in Boston? Because of the shoreline. So basically what happens is prevailing winds, especially at night, blow the warm air from the ocean over the cool ground, and it causes fog. So the water all around the airport causes all kinds of weather. Been slacking on the flights. Yeah, well, you know, I'm quite busy at work. I do what I can, and I'm also working on my plane. I just finished stripping all of the primer off, so getting so much closer to being able to paint it. Is it UK weather? Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. We'll get parked up and see how we did on the flight, though. Slow down there, cowboy.
Cross 15 left, hold short 15 right.
Cross 15 left, hold short 15 right, Axiom 302.
And Axiom 302, where are you parking tonight?
Wherever you want to stick me, Axiom 302.
Oh, there's an invitation. Okay, I'll come back to that.
FlyByWire sounds amazing. It does sound amazing.
Axiom 302, cross 15 right on November and a left turn on Alpha to the gates. Have a great night.
Alright, cross 15 right on November and left on Alpha to the gates, Axiom 302. Appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Alrighty.
Good evening, Boss. Departure Delta 473 with Bravo, request pushback from Alpha 21.
Delta 473 Boston, departure good evening. Pushback your discretion, advise you're ready for taxi at spot 7.
Pushback at on discretion, we'll call taxi spot 7, Delta 473.
Just pull in here and park up. I can't see him. Can't see anything. Alrighty. Park it up right here. Great flight, great stream. Gonna head off to sleep. All right, TKC, thanks so much for joining me today. Appreciate it, and I'll see your flights and everything in the Discord, of course. All right. Let's see how I did. Oh yeah. All right, let me get this on the stream here. Screen capture. I need another window capture. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 10.0, of course. I mean, what else do I do, right? I try my best. So we got touchdown 268 feet per minute. This was touchdown 412. A little bit longer than I like, but it's fine. Average centerline deviation 1.56 meters. Max centerline deviation 2.36. We brought in a whopping $17,093 in after all expenses. Freaking fantastic. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. You guys hanging out with me as I did this last minute stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, choose all. Choose the all button, because if you don't choose all, YouTube decides when to send the notifications rather than you actually getting notified when I go live and upload. So hit the all button under the bell notification icon. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time up in the sky.